The role of the Right Start Advisor in Anne Arundel County is unique. Our Right Start Advisors are just like mentor teachers and mentors in other jurisdictions. Our Right Start Advisors act as a personal trainer, so to speak, a personal trainer in the gym. Everybody's familiar with what personal trainers do. Personal trainers coach, personal trainers give feedback, personal trainers ask you to actually look in the mirror at your form, and that's essentially what our Right Start Advisors do. They sit side by side with our teachers to go over lesson plans, to create lesson plans, to monitor lesson plans. They teach our teachers how to track and monitor their own data. They teach our teachers how to really be keen stewards of action research as they work very hard to improve their practice and get onboarded into our profession. So the role is essential and critical to our new teachers' success and growth in the profession.
Hello, I am Dr. Zipporah Miller, and I just want to take a few moments to share with you some history and some background on the Right Start Advisor program. So let me just start by saying that the number one factor that impacts student achievement is the teacher. So that is the core of the Right Start Advisor program. As teachers were coming into Anne Arundel County Public Schools from schools of education, we recognized the need to provide supports for them so that they could be successful in their novice years of teaching.
We are in the process of celebrating 25 years of Right Start, which is a huge milestone. We initiated our work based on studies done out at New Teacher Center in California. Much of what it talks about is the need for induction that doesn't just stop with one time, but there's ongoing support that's provided. We evolved into what we currently exist as, which is a team of 46, where there's a mentor in every building, working with first, second, and third year teachers. And based on that model, we know we have to support the entire teacher. And what that looks like has evolved over the course of those 25 years. It continues to evolve.
So in 2010, the Code of Maryland changed, and that stated that instead of just working with first and second year teachers at schools with high turnover, which is what the program was doing initially, that we needed to expand to work with all first, second, and third year teachers, plus experienced teachers who were new to AACPS in all schools. And at that time, we committed ourselves to fully embracing instructional coaching. And once we did that and started to train our mentors and Right Start Advisors in how to do that, that's where we started to see more impact with the work that we were doing. And we were having principals and teachers come back and say, we can see a difference in our classroom because of the work that we're doing with our Right Start Advisor.
I'm especially grateful for the Right Start Advisor program. We have 2 Right Start Advisors here at Annapolis High who are amazing. I have the opportunity to meet with them on a regular basis where they let me know some of the current struggles of new teachers so I can make sure to address them and help new teachers feel more comfortable at Annapolis High School. In all of my conversations with new teachers, when I ask them what their greatest supports are in their journey, they always mention our Right Start Advisors.
A little north, we've been fortunate enough to have Ms. Woad as a full-time Right Start Advisor the last couple of years. She has been vital in supporting our school improvement plan and new teachers. She provides small group professional development around high impact strategies. She supports teachers with effective structures and routines in their classroom. She also has helped teachers approach the daunting task of having to call home to a parent about their student's performance. Additionally, she makes herself available to our teachers almost 24/7 via email and text. Thanks to Ms. Woad's support and the work that we've done, we were able to retain all 8 of our first year teachers last year, and they are back this year, and we have seen an improvement in instruction, classroom management, and most importantly, students' grades and test scores have improved as well.
I have been a Right Start Advisor for 9 years, and it's such an honor to be a part of this program, which is why I've been doing this for so long. Before that, I just remember how much I struggled as a new teacher. My first year, I was a conditional teacher, so I had absolutely no clue what I was doing, and truly, if it wasn't for my Right Start Advisor back in 2005, I never would have made it. And even back then, I knew what a beautiful program this was. And so it was always in the back of my mind that I wanted to kind of pay it forward and become a part of the program.
I think it plays a huge role in developing new teachers. I know that when I had a Right Start advisor, Miss Ada Carter, she made me feel so confident and impactful in the way that I was teaching. And it is what gave me encouragement to keep going and apply for this position. So I hope that this program continues to offer those same things to our new teachers. I know that's my goal for new teachers.
In my first 4 years as a Right Start advisor, I worked at a variety of different schools, and then 2 years ago I had the opportunity to come to Old Mill Middle North, which is a place that is very near and dear to my heart because this is where I taught for 12 years. So coming back here was a really great experience for me, getting to be part of the school culture again. And I've had the opportunity to work with just some of the most amazing teachers. They're always willing to grow and learn and support each other. And I just feel really thankful to be their Right Start advisor and to get to watch them grow and just blossom into the teachers that they're going to be.
I had a teacher that was really struggling in the beginning of the school year, especially with classroom management. And when I was in there working with her one day, a situation arose where it was something that we had been talking about, and I just could see the light bulb go off in her head. She kind of gave me a look and then went into action and completely changed everything in her classroom. And that was kind of one of my favorite moments. And then when I see her this year, her confidence is just a whole nother level now. And that is the whole point of the job.
Planning conversation that I had with the teacher, we sat down. She was really overwhelmed about the curriculum. And we sat down and I asked her a lot of questions about her students, what her outcome that she wanted was, and her goals for the lesson. And then by the end of it, she gave me like a giant hug. I was so excited, and she started to tell other teachers about what we did together, and so they started to ask for more support in planning. So that was really rewarding for me, especially as a new RSA.
I had a teacher who had a really rough start to the year, just settling into all of the things that are required as a new teacher. And her first observation wasn't as well as she thought she wanted it to be. So we've really worked on all of the indicators that she needed to improve upon. And when she had her second observation, she did a lot better. She was effective, and she emailed it to me as soon as she got it. And I saw it, and I was so proud of her, and I ran down to her room and I just gave her a big, huge hug. And she was, proud of herself, and I was proud of her as well.
I think that my favorite memories of being in an RSA is actually during the new teacher committee meetings that we host every month, because I get to facilitate PD, which means that I'm teaching up in front of the classroom, but I also get to see these new teachers that I've built relationships with, build relationships with each other, and that's really rewarding.
Did you have any other questions before we end this meeting
No,
today?
so far so good. I can only thank you for bringing me this far. Because as a new teacher, I've come a long way.
Right.
And you made it possible.
I almost forgot the most important part. So at the end of the class, I think it's there, I had your students, fill out a survey
Okay.
on how well they felt the class was engaged. It was very short. And this just says, they just circle a circle if they thought the class was engaged. The middle one was neutral, and the end was a sad face. And you had, I'm going to give you your numbers because I tallied. So I want to tell you briefly. You had 16 happy faces and 11 neutrals and no sad faces.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely none. So I stapled on the top all of the written feedback, and you can feel free to keep that and review that. But as you can see, you could just read that first one. I enjoyed the class, and I think learning is engaging. right?
I wish there was what?
I think the class is engaging. I like how Mr. Wilson makes it easy to understand.
Yes.
So this is my second year being in the Right Start program with Kate Wode, and it has really shaped my abilities to be able to teach as effectively as possible, and I rely on her heavily.
The last 3 years of the Right Start program have been extremely helpful. Truly feels like a lifesaver at some points. I always had someone to reach out to anytime I needed help, even if it was just fixing my computer. I really wish that the program continued longer so I could still reach out. I'm sure I still will reach out. And I'm a little bit sad that it's going to be over after this year.
My Right Start advisor is a friend, a mentor. She helps me out with any tasks that I need. I can come to her whenever, contact her. It's amazing. As a first-year teacher last year and now as a second-year teacher, she's really helped me craft my teaching practice, and I'm appreciative for that.
As a first-year teacher and also new to the country, this was a challenge for sure, and I would love to share with you my experience with my RSA, Jessica. It was the support I needed this year, moral and instructional. We met every week and we focus on instructional strategies like engagement, participation, or my kids meeting the expectations. She also showed me how different programs work and also gave me a lot of ideas to make different materials. Also, I would like to say, even though we clearly speak different languages, she has always had an answer to my 1,000 questions. So I can only be thankful for her.
I think it's incredibly exciting that the program has been going on for 25 years, and still every time I'm into a Right Start program, I'm being asked at the end, what went well, what didn't go well, what are you understanding? And the advisors are evaluating those materials we submit, which is really crazy to think that it's been 25 years of this program and the entire program and everyone in it is still looking to improve and be their best selves and their best versions, to let the teachers be ourselves, best selves and best versions, so the students can also be. And I am really excited to see where the Right Start program continues to go and grow. And I'm excited to see all of the new teachers that the program continues to help. And I think it really just helps us enter the fold of the school community and feel like we have connections, and it kind of forces us into those connections that end up being really valuable.
So what our mission states in part is to empower teachers to make teaching a lifelong passion. Becomes a trickier and trickier proposition as time goes on for myriad reasons. That continues to be the mission, and we execute that through the vision of personalized professional learning opportunities and ongoing non-evaluative mentoring. And that takes lots of forms. It takes a lot of collaboration from multiple stakeholders, but we are a very strong retention strategy within the district, and we believe that through mentoring we can facilitate professional growth amongst our new teachers, and more importantly retain them at a high level with folks who are of high quality.
We are very grateful to our district leadership over the last 25 years who've supported this program and supported our new teachers. And we are looking forward to the future as well. And we feel like our program embodies the district's strategic plan, and we want every teacher and every student they touch to belong, grow, and succeed.